So Gary is a United States Army veteran whose life has been defined by dedication, resilience, and has a very unique story in this space. And he wrote me, like Skip, wrote for his book bio an absolute novel, and I'm terrible at reading, so I'm ad-libbing here, but I do want to read this section because it's really important. And so Gary's military career is marked by courage and sacrifice. He deployed to Iraq on 2 separate occasions, where his bravery and service earned him 2 Purple Hearts. In 2006, during his second deployment, Gary was seriously injured in an event that profoundly impacted his life, but also strengthened his resolve to serve his country. And so now Gary is serving in the Department of Veterans Affairs and making major contributions to how we deliver care and treat individuals. So with that, sir, if you would kindly come up to the stage, and if you give him a warm welcome.
Thank you, Evan. Appreciate it. Gosh, I wish I had his job. Always. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gary J. Ruck, and I am a proud Army combat veteran. I've been deployed twice, and on my second deployment, I was injured twice. First by 2 pipe bombs, which hit me in my back, shoulder, neck, and face. So for about 3 weeks, took to recover and then return to duty. The second time I was not so lucky. A large artillery shell rigged as an IED exploded during a firefight, and a close to 3-inch piece of shrapnel ended up flying through my vest, or more so my double-stack magazines. It ended up smelting my rounds with the shrapnel and also then propelling it. So it shredded the Kevlar lining in my vest and completely decimated the armor-piercing plates that I was wearing at the time. It entered my left groin, zigzagged through my body, and then deflected off of my iliac crest. My right iliac crest went down, hit my pelvic bone, and made a right turn, went into my hip, and shredded it. And that ended my military career. So, despite earning 2 Purple Hearts, I was discharged and stamped as a non-combat injury, resulting in years of struggle and financial hardship as I had to pay the Army back via my VA compensation and pension. 7 years later, after working for the House of Representatives, I received an apology letter and full reinstatement and retirement from the military. Shortly after that, I was offered a position to work in mental health for the Las Vegas Department of Veterans Affairs, and later transitioned to a new career in contracting, which presents its own challenges, especially being mission-oriented, where everything but me came first. It was during one of my most overwhelming times that I discovered the transformative power of virtual reality headsets. These headsets have become an invaluable tool, always by my side, providing reassurance, immediate hope, and a pathway to healing. When I first tried a VR headset, the possibilities became endless. Whether used as a tool to combat ailments, a means of leisure, or having difficult conversations with a loved one, or simply providing light down what sometimes feels like a never-ending tunnel of darkness. VR can immerse you in a different environment and invoke new feelings, making it impossible to be in 2 realities at once. This immersion helped me realize the importance of putting myself first. While I had no choice in getting injured, I now had a choice in how to help myself. We all know that PTSD, when associated with veterans, often carries a negative stigma. But VR headsets can achieve post-traumatic growth by connecting veterans in a peer-to-peer setting or allowing them to experience things that they were told they would never be able to do. For example, I always wanted to be a pilot, but my medical history made it kind of impossible. With VR, I could experience flying, though I was told never to do a sit-up or strengthen my abs. I found myself playing table tennis, and my doctors were joyed that I was exercising my ab muscles without getting hurt. I even started playing hockey, and did 5 seasons of that. When I was a level 3 contracting officer and I couldn't get my mind off of work, I was able to take a break and go fishing anywhere I wanted in the world. Helping others has always been a passion of mine, and through VR, I learned to extend that helping hand to myself. Accepting the new Gary, who emerged from trauma, meant coming to terms with the limitations while celebrating my strengths. The VR headsets allowed me to pause, think, and reframe my pain and trauma. See, there's a difference between being overwhelmed and being burnt out. And sometimes they mesh, especially when compounded with PTSD. PTSD can turn everything black with hopelessness or red with anger. The saying is true, hurt people do hurt people. But when I was invited to the Innovation Experience Symposium, I found a lifeline. Evan Davis, who embodies the I Care values, encouraged me to try a VR headset. Despite my fears, he reassured me, guiding me slowly into a new world. I remember stepping out onto a virtual plank 40 stories high with Evan by my side, helping me balance. And he was doing this because after driving down to DC, even though I love to drive, it's stop and go traffic. And so just by lifting and moving my right leg, it was causing issues for me, specifically because I have total atrophy in 2 major muscle groups in my right leg. For the first time, I forgot about my pain and smiled. VR changed my perspective and my perception. Evan then introduced me to a virtual lizard, teaching me to earn its trust by remaining calm. This experience provided new hope, direction, and a sense of empowerment. This tool is a hope giver. It allows veterans like me to do something about our situation, reducing stress and offering a sense of control. I now better understand the differences between PTSD and TBI-related PTSD, simply because of accepting the new me and paying attention to the nuances. Accepting myself for who I am now, instead of competing with the old Gary, makes it easier for others to help me, and for me to help other veterans, especially to those that look up to me. It's all about how we choose to show up in that very moment and to be available to others. And I don't mean staying green on teams. I also believe that everything you do is a direct reflection of how much you care. After having this experience, I immediately called my wife and told her what had happened. Later that week, she surprised me with my very own headset. Due to the experiences with the headset, when new medical challenges arise, I no longer feel powerless, but analyze and learn from them. Anytime it's by my side, a blessing that I don't have to rely on appointments for. It's by my side just like Evan was that day. Thank you to everyone who never gave up hope and championed these ideas and tools, no matter the hardship or red tape. With guided care and proper introduction, VR headsets can bring light and hope to anyone facing a dimmer reality. They can help transition the VA into providing preventative care, reducing the stigma of PTSD, providing TBI education, and creating pathways for post-traumatic growth. These headsets could also be used to train VA employees, share information, coordinate care, and foster empathy by letting employees understand what it's like to be in someone else's shoes. We all must understand that everyone's problems are big for them, especially at onset and while they're going through them. Thank you to my wife, Caitlin, for sharing this journey with me and reminding me that it's okay to live in and enjoy the now. And thank you for being resilient and living life with me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for having me. God bless all of you. Thank you.